Okay.
For example, right now, everybody knows this song by Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Can you work it? Can you work?
Yeah.
What is she saying?
Put your thing down, flip it and reverse it.
You know what she's saying?
Okay.
It's your chance to get the wet.
That's not subliminal.
Subliminal.
You know what that is subliminal? Because I honestly did not know.
It's your chance to get the
28 years old.
Okay.
That's not no, and that's not even subliminal.
Oh, it's
just
just.
a lack
So you wouldn't
of
understand
knowledge. It's a lack of
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
That just goes to your different phases of life. Like as a kid, you're not gonna know what certain stuff is. So it falls under the subliminal umbrella. However, no, they're putting it out right in your face for you.
Yeah, we just don't understand. We don't understand what it meant. Be honest, Chris. And how old are you, Reef?
Yeah, Reef.
How old are you?
24.
You 24? Okay, nah, you probably was a little younger. I mean, you probably wasn't born when this. You wasn't born when this came out. Yeah, he wasn't born when it came out. Remember when Monica's song came out? Just One of Them Days.
Yeah.
What did you think the song was about?
I thought it was just chilling.
No.
Chilling with her.
I thought you. It's just one of those days.
That a girl
Yeah.
goes
Just
through.
chilling.
I'm gonna tell you what me and my friends thought. I remember having this conversation.
That she was on her period?
Yep.
Oh.
I knew he was
Yep.
gonna say that.
Yep. Did you?
Why did
You
I?
said you did?
I
Yep.
knew he was gonna say it for some
Yep.
reason.
We was like, look, we used to talk about it. Listen to it though. Listen. It's one of those days only a girl goes through.
Okay.
You feel me? When that feeling inside. She on her period.
I never thought of it like
You
that.
know what?
But my point is saying
that
that
show
is.
you men's thinking and women, like, or boys versus girls, or men versus
Yeah.
women.
My point is saying that is, but growing up,
Yeah.
when I got older, like she said, when I got older, the older experience in life and navigated journey through life, and I listened to the song, it's obvious what the song is about.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's obvious.
Very nice.
And it's for sure not about a period. You feel it's for sure not about a period.
Look, the
But when
guy
I
was thinking, oh, I ain't getting
But when I was in middle
You're
school,
on a period.
hey, I was
ain't
in middle
getting
school when
none.
it came out. I was in middle school though. I was in middle school when it came out. So when it came out, you know, I wasn't fucking in middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I wasn't, at that point, I hadn't experienced that in and of itself to even, but I
Have
just
that
didn't
thought.
know. So what I'm saying is, so there was some stuff that were not subliminal. You know what I'm saying? To adults at that time, it was very clear what is being discussed or what the song is about. To us teenagers, maybe not so much. You feel what I'm saying? So, but nowadays, there's no tact. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know I eat the pussy because she light skinned. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I beat the pussy up. Yeah. I beat the pussy up. Yeah. Yeah. Now that's subliminal.
See, but that's what I'm
That's subliminal. That's subliminal. Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. That's subliminal.
Subliminal.
You think it's a love song?
And he's talking about marijuana.
He's talking about weed. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
What was Brick House about? She's a
Right.
brick.
That's how you.
the
That's a
song.
bad
I thought he
shit.
was asking.
Yeah.
I would have to literally sit down and think about it, but over the years, I've heard certain. You know how, in being an
Maybe
adult,
in some cases, but-
you listen to the songs that you kind of grew up on. I hear them differently now,
Yeah.
and I've had a couple of conversations. I can't remember what song it is, but I had this conversation with my sister. There was a song written by Whitney Houston, and it was one of the biggest love songs, and everybody is thinking this is a song about love.
Right.
Which
But
one?
honestly, was it Saving? No.
Not I will always love you.
But it has something to do with her taking somebody's man or something. It wasn't a love song. I'm gonna ask her what the name of the song was. But we talked. This was years ago. We actually talked about it when she was doing the research and all that stuff. Like this song is not about. This song was not.
They got
about
a couple
that.
songs like that.
But that's
like
what I
back
say when
in
I'm
that
talking
day,
about
like even
thugs,
before
like,
our time.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's just one, small example. But yeah, like just and I hear it differently now, and I'm like, that's what you was talking about. That's right. So now I think the difference is just that freedom now, and the freedom is scary. You know what I'm saying? The freedom, the access to everything. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sneaking to watch these shows. Like that shit is in your face.
Let me tell you this.
Look, since it's on me, I'm gonna say
Okay.
it.
Right, that part. What you searching over
To
there?
know that
Yeah, right.
my
What you over
son
there,
is
Steve?
4
What you
years
over
old.
there?
My son is 4 years
Oh.
old, and to know that if I give him a phone,
You said how old? Well, four,
I'm gonna go with
yeah.
my youngest.
Yeah.
I ain't even go with my 12-year-old. To know that my son could have a phone right now and literally figure out how to make a gun, buy drugs, get away, clean evidence up,
Nigga,
off
I'm
a simple search.
And you
Let me tell you this.
Go to like MSN and Yahoo and
I'm gonna take it a step
all this
further.
stuff. They got it right on their phone.
I'm gonna take it a step further as an adult. If my son can actually use my phone right now and be like, Dad, can I use your phone? I'm like, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't care what I'm about to say. I don't care. I don't care if you guys here. You know what I'm saying?
Look, say it. I'm
Yeah, he can be like, you know, oh, Dad, let me see if PlayStation dropping a new PlayStation 6. Let me look online. And he start typing P. He gonna find porn might come up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he pushed the P. Oh, what is?
Look, he pushing the
What
P
is
now.
that? Yeah, he pushed
pushing
it
the P
up.
now.
You might just push the P and the hub might come up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, stop.
You know what I'm saying? So just him, it goes back to access. But it may intrigue him. He may be thinking he looking up PlayStation and be like, oh, what is that? Or if my tabs are still open, you feel what I'm saying? See something, then that sparks something in his mind.
Okay.
Daddy doing it, sparks something in his mind. Then when he sleep in his room at night under the
Let me go
cover,
back to that website. Let me
yeah.
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
You feel me? You feel me? You gotta be mindful
I
of
got a
that.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got a question. What is the meaning of pushing the P?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't know
come on.
neither.
No, Reed, you got to
Somebody
answer
gotta
something
know.
for me
Come
now.
on.
You don't know?
For a woman or
I think it's
Just in general.
I think it's pressure.
Different. Okay.
I think it's pressure. Like you applying pressure. Like
I thought it was pushing drugs.
So wait. I just want to get everybody's take because I'm telling you, I have gotten not 1,000. I've gotten a lot of different takes from different people. So pushing drugs. What you say?
pressure. But I don't know if that's what the rapper meant it as, because I ain't heard the song. But I know when I see it on social media used a lot, it be like pressure, like they applying pressure.
They
Like,
use a little handicap thing.
It can be used
Huh?
for different
They use a little
reasons.
handicap.
nah, they use
it.
it P. Yeah, nah, that's
What you
something
say,
different.
Press?
The little handicap thing is something different.
I don't want to do this.
No, what?
It's crip.
No.
Pushing the P
Yeah.
for a man or a woman.
What's the okay? Give me both.
No.
Like give me.
Private-
They talking about in the term that is popularized right now. It's that word is popularized, or that phrase
P?
is popularized right
The whole
now.
thing, though.
Push
Yeah.
your P.
That's what the rapper said in the interview. He said you can use it in whatever way you want. Like, so
Shoot, I mean,
So it depends on how you use it.
yeah, I mean, it just depends on how you use it in what context.
Well, listen. Let me tell y'all something. My son told me I can't say pushing the P. He said no. He told
Using
me.
it for everything. You just be like, yeah, we pushing P. We pushing.
Well, you know what? I do it on. No. Let me tell you
I
why.
literally just looked it up, and it's
that on
about
purpose.
5 different definitions.
I did it on purpose because guess why? When he told me that I couldn't say it, you can't tell me I can't say nothing. So now I'm pushing the P on your ass too. Where we going? We going to push the P?
If I wake up and in my backyard, the beach, that's P.
That's P. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you woke up early in the morning to a beach, that was P.
Okay.
It's simply player, but you also can just like use it in the other ways. Like, all right, man, I ain't like how he did that. That wasn't P.
That would make sense. But we talked about subs earlier, so then you never really know.
Because it's
don't
ambiguous
know.
and it's real, like you use it for what it's like this water bottle. What you want to do? Put lemonade in it, it's Kool-Aid in it, it's whatever you want to use it for. You know what I'm saying? Throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, I need this. I'm a truck driver. Truck driver may say I use this on the road. It might be a little, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I want to drink out of it.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, so this can be whatever you need it to be for you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what
Thanks, Gunner.
the big, huh?
I said thanks, Gunner.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, once he said that, like, it could be whatever you want. I said, forget it. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why people use it in different ways. It could mean, you know, anything. Okay, I have to circle back to the question for you, Nichelle. With you being in the industry of film production and all of that, what would be your stance on that? Like, knowing what the show is about.
She'll get the
I
job
do
done.
everything I feel like I have to do it with a purpose. So it's not just going to be just, I feel like their goal with it, with a lot of shows, is to make money. At the end of the day, you have to be aware of what you're putting out because it has an effect. Everything we do as individuals affects the next person. So if I'm gonna put anything out, I want it to at least be, of course life isn't positive, but at least to have some type of positive effect for the people who's watching it, whether it is a message like the shows that we grew up on, or whether it is just providing a different insight or a different perspective, but also still having room for conversation,
Right.
to where it's not, you're just left, hanging.
Yeah. Okay. Steven, what do you think about Euphoria? You and I had a light conversation about it. What is your
I
take
haven't
on
got
it?
that far, and I'm only 3 episodes in.
So far.
Season 1?
Season 1. I'm like on the 2nd episode, maybe going into 3. I feel like it's more like the inside scoop of what teenagers and people deal with, like things that might be held in, or like those people
That's interesting.
that are more introverted, almost like hearing the thoughts of those people, or getting an inside scoop on their life because they don't always express those things.
That's
so far
interesting.
from what I've seen.
That's
And it's
interesting.
the realness in high school,
That's interesting.
Everything going on with drugs and sex and all that stuff. I mean, it's
See, and I'm with that. Like there is a world inside. We all have been to high school. There's a world, like, come on, let's just keep it G, man. High school was the world before the world. We knew the world. You know what I'm saying? People selling drugs in high school. It's whole gang culture in high school. It's girls. Like I was having sex inside of the school. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping G. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we was plotting stuff, and it was wars, race wars, like inside of high school. So I know there's a world, like you said, that inside of that's not coveted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And when we see a lot of these high school musical or any show about high school, say about like it just shows the surface. Getting bad craze. Oh man, Mr. Thompson.
It's not
yeah.
real.
I can't play football game today. Damn it. Why not? Like It's even though those things go on too, but it's kind of like the surface level things, which I'm fine with addressing. But again, it's addressing it from a perspective, I feel, in my opinion, of exploitation. Like she said, there's no motive behind why we're doing this show, other than it being drama filled, celebrity laced. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it is a motive. Maybe
Things of that
not
nature.
A motive we
What do
agree
you
with.
think about, since we on high school, what do you think about All American?
Same thing. Yeah. That's why I brought up football. That's why I brought up
Wait, what was that about, D-Step?
I don't think it's trash, but it's real surface level, huh?
Season 1 was
It's surface level. Even the acting, I'm gonna keep it G. I used to watch it, and I watched it, so I ain't even gonna front like I didn't watch it, but yeah, but I would watch it like. The fuck is this dude doing? Why does this one guy think he could take on every hood nigga in the world in the fucking? This nigga from Crenshaw High and play football. I think he could walk down Crenshaw in every hood. Like, you just think you can. Who do you think you are?
Not realistic.
Yeah.
And then you really don't want nobody mimicking that. You
Yeah.
don't want
And
them
that's
mimicking
what my
that.
problem
For
is.
sure.
The whole culture, what you're trying to
Huh?
represent.
Nah. He had his moments. Like, I was getting mad. I was like, we would have packed you out back in the day. I don't give a fuck who you played on, nigga.
Yeah.
You talking to? You know what I'm saying? And so that, like you said, it was real surface level and unrealistic in a lot of areas.
Unrealistic. There you go.
Even in the stuff. So those things, like, but, I agree with, it taps into that, but it doesn't, like I said, it has no ultimate end game in terms of, and All American does it too, but on a small scale, very small scale. These, like Euphoria, is intense. You know what I'm saying? It's intense. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I know people like some of them people in this show, you know what I mean? And I know what they really going through. You know what I'm saying? And it's dark and it's almost sad because you never know, like let's say, what's the girl name? Like
Which
The
one?
main character.
Yeah.
Rue. Like there's a person I see in my mind when I see her. You know what I'm saying? And when she's in one of her episodes, I can't sleep. I think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up and her wrist gonna be slit, or, you know what I'm saying? She gonna overdose or whatever the case. I'm real talk.
You know what just came up for me as you were talking is there's a certain level of not being numb where that type of thing affects you, to be able to listen to it, to be able to see it, all of that. When you look at everything now, there's so much numbness. It's certain things that you see that don't affect you. When we were having our last conversation, even when TBZ was here, about how you see certain traumas in your life, and then you like, I saw this at 9 and 10 years old. So by the time you hit your 20s, your 30s, your whatever, you numb to it.
For
It's
sure.
not you. You're
sure.
not gonna budge at certain things when you've been seeing it for a long time.
See, but seeing things is different than, like, I've seen death, right? So I've seen, and I think I told you guys then, first time I ever witnessed like actual death was when I was like in the 9th grade when 2 of my closest friends was murdered. Like, I seen it. Like, I'm talking my friends, not just somebody I went to school with, my nigga moms, can I go over so-and-so house? Moms knew each other type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's me experiencing that kind of changed my mind. And so now, almost 40 years old, you know, I am numb to it. So now when I hear on the news or I hear somebody else say, but like, damn, you know, so-and-so got killed, it's like, damn, that's fucked up. Damn, that's crazy. Hey, we still going to the mall next, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it's like, you know, you mourn for him and, you know.
Not that you don't care.
Not that
it's
you don't
just
care,
that-
but it's you accept it as a part of life until it's something you got to deal with. Now, if it was my brother or my best cat, like, I'm pretty sure I'll have a different outlook, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of it in the world, it exists in the world. It exists in our world. Like, I man, we'd be crying every day if I did that. We'd be sad every day if we mourned and for everybody that lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Every time we heard somebody, I'm pretty sure every time we open up our Instagram page, somebody, even if we don't know the person personally, we see, I bet you nobody in here gonna go through this week without a RIP post.
I
seen it like 2-3 days ago.
That's my point. I guarantee you won't go 7 days if you're on social media just scrolling every day throughout 7 days, you're gonna see a RIP post. I promise you.
Do you think we've been desensitized to it?
Of course.
Like through the movies, the music.
Of course.
Also losing like rappers and actors and stuff like that.
Yep. Because some people only experience death in the natural form. Like, there's some people who only experience death when grandmother died from cancer, grandfather had a heart attack, so-and-so died of old age, so-and-so died of an illness. Like, that's their only experience. And that stuff only happens every so often. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your grandfather lives to be 80 years old. Like, you don't have to experience that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, your dad and mom, you probably, if you ain't God willing, you ain't got to experience that for another 30, 40 years till they pass away. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we seeing niggas die left and right. And like I said, it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural. It's shot in the head. It's, you know, shot. It's drive-bys. It's car accidents. It's, you know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. And when you experiencing it from that angle, yeah, you ain't got no... You gotta be numb, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
even if you don't try to be, it's just, you know, it's natural.
It happens that way. But the biggest thing that I would say is make sure you take the time to deal with it. Nobody can tell you when and how to to deal with the trauma or to deal with the grief. But no, one of my biggest mistakes in having dealt with some of those situations back to back to back to back was I had to continue to work and move. I still have responsibilities. And my thing is if I sit back to deal with this, you know, I might be completely broken. And that's just being real. You know, I couldn't afford to do that. And I mean, I'm not even talking about necessarily financially. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, spiritually, I couldn't. But where my mistake was I just kept on going and going. And then finally that day came where it was like, I couldn't. I had to, it was like being frozen. It was literally like being frozen. And I had to deal with this. So the biggest thing that I would say is in your own time, deal with it because it doesn't remove itself. It doesn't erase, you know? And so that's what I would say.
If you don't deal with it and you're not ready or prepared to deal with it, use it as some type of motivation for whatever you're trying to do. You know, keep that in mind whenever you're working at your plan or your goals, long term or short. Keep that in mind. Like, man, this happened to me. I hate that it happened to me. I can't get over it. But use it as fuel. That's what I would do and build that momentum up.
Yeah.
You know?
And utilize those people that are around you, because it may seem like you're alone, but trust and believe there's so many people who are dealing with the same thing and probably aren't saying nothing because they feel the same way as you. Oh, it's a burden. I don't want to add on to that. But honestly, reaching out to my cousin, just having simple talks, like just opening up about it instead of just keeping it bottled in, definitely.
That's damaging.
Definitely helps.
Yeah, that's damaging. It's like suffering.
Breakdown the other day.
Oh goodness.
Just from having everything just so much in and not letting it out. So definitely let it out.
Let it out.
Let it out.
It will show up in a different way. If we get away from it in this area, it will show up in this one.
And that's Raw Conversations, y'all. We out.